Oh snap! I'm talking smack.
No, I mean, because
Wait a
like,
minute, which intro you're talking about? On my gaming channel or?
like your intros to every video in general. Like, if I feel like you should at least put a time skip annotation just in case, you know.
Well, I would have mentioned some problems with the video first, but yeah, you're right about the time skip.
But, so what are our topics today? Man?
Talking smack. Oh,
Can we? This isn't WWE.
Oh wait, so we're live?
Well, no, I mean,
We
we're just
are
wondering.
live
Oh, I was about to say,
here
how's
on the
it?
Dom Podcast,
Yeah.
where we have Salamina Sparkle. Please speak up.
Hi.
Okay, we have Crystal or Sky, the Magical Spiritual Gamer Productions.
Hi.
And we have Wandering Foxuki PB. What the fuck? Will the real Wandering Foxuki please stand?
I am standing.
I will have you know, I will get out of my chair just to stand for this. And we have me, Mega One Midnight. AKA the one that's fucking having to record this shit.
Hey, if you don't want to record it, I can record it
Nah,
anytime.
nah. I got this. Yeah. Okay, so, what are our topics today? Wandering?
Well, first we're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, Season 5, Episodes 1 through 3. Then, after, we're going to be talking about Smash Bros. And MLP characters being involved.
And how shite it will be.
How shite it will be.
Yep.
So, what are we going to be talking about exactly with the season premiere?
Well, that's a good question. We can actually let's talk about Starlight Glimmer, the main protagonist to these 2-part openers. How do you feel about Starlight Glimmer as a character?
I'm gonna let others go first because mine's like, I don't know. I don't know how mine's gonna be received.
Okay, so that was really good for Starlight Glimmer. On to Crystal.
Okay, fine. Well, no, because like I was waiting for other people to, because I mean like, okay, because like I said in my review, I actually think that Starlight Glimmer wasn't as bad as people may think she was, because I believe that she had a genuinely good idea, but she did it in too high of an extreme and in a way that was very forceful. Like, because think about it, it would be good if there was more equality. However, she took it to a little too high of an extreme and tried forcing it on everyone, whether they wanted to or not, despite saying she's giving them a choice. And in regards to, also in regards to everyone, you know, that part where it's revealed that she wasn't giving up her mark, she actually stated she could not get rid of their marks without her magic. So what I believe she was going to do in the end game was, after everyone else had been converted to equality and all equal with one another, then she would then perform the mark removal on herself, therefore making everyone the same. Yes, that's my theory.
Well, okay. To kind of put it, my opinions on, like, what you've just said, I feel as though, yeah, she might have been doing it for certain, like, she wanted everyone to be equal so that there's no, like, problems and everyone's good and friends, but the issue is that you can't control ideals, you can't control people that way. Through taking their cutie marks, that's just saying, hey, look, you may have a special ability, but you can't do it anymore. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that you wanted, you know, kind of this equality stuff, but, I mean, taking it to the extreme, though.
Yeah.
May I add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I also agree with that statement because in our world that actually may seem like a good idea, but in equestrian world it's actually a bad idea because yes, like you said, cutie marks pretty much dictate what you do in life, and changing their cutie marks to equal, thus, like if you've seen during the episode, those are those ponies that actually want their cutie marks and want to do what they were meant to do. But thus, using these equality cutie marks, this stops them from doing what they love to do or what they were destined to do. This pretty much puts a screeching halt to what Equestria is as a whole and how diverse it was. She has a good thing, but at the same time, is in a bad place. Her intentions were good, but at the same time, they were not too par, I would say.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like the whole keeping her cutie mark, I felt that it was, it's wishy-washy. It's good and it's bad, because her keeping her cutie mark, she just pretty much didn't show the trust that she had, well, the ponies had for her. She didn't give the full trust that they gave her and giving their cutie marks up. So she didn't give her cutie marks up. That broke the trust, like, as you've seen in the episode.
So, Crystal, what is your viewpoint on Starlight Glimmer?
Oh, it's a mix to me. I mean, yeah, she has the right attentions to make every pony well. I'm afraid everything Starlight.
Really? Really? Oh,
I mean, that's
so what you do.
Everything you said.
Starlight and Sparkle,
Fuck,
so
don't do it.
close
Sounds
to
like you
Starlight Glimmer, isn't it?
I know, I screwed up. I mean, sorry, I'm not in the right mind right now. But yeah, I have to agree with everything that Starmie and Sparkle said. Yes, well, she did it in the wrong way, but I can see what she was really going for too, with the endgame and all. But at the same time, I have to agree with wondering that it wouldn't work that well in Equestria. It would work well in our real world, but not in Equestria. And plus, I am sure the princesses won't allow egoism in their world in Equestria, because they know that they know they could lose they can lose their power if they give up their cutie mark, and they don't normally want that.
Actually, I just thought about that. I just realized that, because I also was wondering how Starlight Glimmer would have gone about to do that to the princesses, and I was pretty sure the princesses would not be agreeing towards that. But something else I just realized, I'm realizing more what Wandering was saying, because think about it. If the princesses give up their cutie marks, and there's no ruling technically, because everyone's equal, so no one is above anybody else. And something else, how will this affect the other species that can't get cutie marks, like griffins or zebras?
I don't think it will affect them at all.
That is correct. To them, it would not affect them, but to the ponies, it would affect them drastically, because no one would be able to raise a son. And yeah, it's like I said previously, she would actually have to keep her cutie mark permanently because someone has to govern over them.
Yep. And that's another reason too, like she'll ever give up her cutie mark as if.
Oh, by the way, something else I mentioned in my review that I wish to bring up here is that I actually felt that she was actually kind of lonely, because if you notice when she is kind of being defeated and the new faces are kind of teaming up with the main six and kind of talking her down, and you see Starlight kind of just really angry about the fact, because she was like, I'm spreading friendship, I created harmony, and they're telling her she wasn't, but she seemed very distraught about the fact that they were saying she wasn't creating a peaceful place and creating friendship. That's why, and that's further evidented to me that because of if I remember correctly, Double Diamond, was it? He mentioned that they were at a spot where he first met Starlight. So I feel like there's going to be more Starlight later on, because I feel like they're not just going to leave that hanging like that.
Yeah.
Which would be nice.
Definitely. She has the same generic names as Twilight Sparkle, Sunset Shimmer, which pretty much both their names sound identical if you actually listen to it. And yeah, those three near the great and powerful Trixie. So she does have potential of coming back, and she should be coming back, if I'm not mistaken, because they left us off on the cliffhanger of her actually escaping. Not that many villains
Yeah.
actually were able to do that. But yeah, this also brings up another topic, which would be cutie marks in general. Because she was able to take Twilight's Princess Alicorn Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark with her magic alone, or was it the stick's magic? What do you think about that?
Well, didn't she claim that there was just some stick she found in the desert and not really a magical item? Plus,
Exactly.
Twilight also mentioned that there weren't that many items in the in that legend that was mentioned. Though Twilight did mention she didn't read up enough on them, so it's kind of debatable, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you feel about that, Crystal?
I may not get popular opinions about this, but I feel that there can be more than one way to take a pony's cutie mark than just that stick. For example, remember I said something that magic has to be forbidden? I mean, there's a reason why ponies cannot have their cutie mark be taken. Because without their cutie mark, like I said, they don't have their magic sparkle to do what they're destined to, mostly. But I feel that stick isn't the only thing that can take away the pony's cutie mark. I mean, if one item can take away a pony's cutie mark that has a special magical source, I feel there might be another special magical source out there that can give and take a pony cutie mark. However, it'll be mostly forbidden magic, something the ponies are not allowed to know, because if a pony would know about that, that pony can easily either change his destiny or give him or herself more destinies as possible by putting multiple cutie marks on that pony. That's how I feel right now, but we don't know yet what can come in the future of MLP about the cutie marks. Heck, there might be an origin about them that we don't even know about yet, that we might possibly know later down the road.
What if I told you they've already actually discovered parts of these things?
Go on.
Hence, the season 3 finale, where actually Star Swirl the Bearded was able to use a magic spell to change the cutie marks of ponies.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, so I'm an epic failure.
No, it actually took me a while just to actually figure that out myself. It took me a week after the premiere to come out to actually realize this.
Go back to my theory. I think it might be possible we might either get a flashback of Star Swirl the Bearded because of what you said, or possibly we might see him in the show somehow. I don't know, time travel. I don't care how it happens. They could do whatever they want, but still, it's a possibility we might see Star Swirl of the Bearded talking to the main six or something about the cutie marks and how they might have been formed and all.
And actually,
I know it's probably not the best idea I could come up with, but
no, I had something I was going to say, but I forgot what it was.
But isn't like the cutie mark not really okay? A cutie mark is pretty much the embodiment of what that person can do, what they're good at. Yeah. But the thing is, how, like, if you think about it, it's not just taking their cutie mark and not just taking over their special tattoos that they have gotten through magic, but it's also taking away their abilities, their actual life, the real life counterparts that
actually,
they've made.
Because like if we notice with Pinkie Pie, not only does she lose her mark and then probably won't be the best at partying. You notice Pinkie Pie, those slow surges of black. Pinkie Pie couldn't even be excited because it's just they were becoming equal.
Actually, that was because of the equality cutie mark. But if you take a cutie mark like Tyrk has done, you still have those essences of you can be what you be, but at the same time you can't do like flight or magic or strength at all. The cutie, because She's pretty much just replacing the cutie mark with another cutie mark.
Yeah.
Tarek takes a cutie mark, which leads me up to which leads me up to another question. How did you feel about the season premiere and how they actually, instead of solely focusing on the main six, they actually focus on background ponies like Double Diamond and Party Favor?
That was interesting. I mean, I like Party Favor, and I did like how there were actually quite a few more guys. Because I have nothing wrong with there being girls in the show, but I just felt like the guys were just like almost non-existent, with some exceptions. But just it seemed that there was so much more female dominance, and it's nice to actually see more of the other gender in the show.
What about you, Mega?
Well, that was actually something I was really hoping for in this season, that they would kind of shine more on, like, what people do in the background. Like, what are people wanting? And, what their lives are like. Though not really actually completely answering and seeing what I wanted, but it was actually quite an interesting thing, seeing how everything worked out. Because it shows that these ponies were just...
What about you, Sky?
Hey. Oh, I need to pause it. Yeah, well, I did enjoy the episode. There was moments where I felt sorry about Pinkie Pie when she had to eat those cupcakes just to... oh my god, I really feel sorry for... I don't know, trying to create this matches. I forgot the episode.
Actually, on the topic of that, Watermelon and Mega, how do you feel about the main six? But shit.
I'm sorry, like I said, I'm not in my right mind right now.
Cut it out. Cut that part out.
No, we're keeping that in. We're keeping that in.
They're actually that passable as Watermelon.
I was just like looking dead at the name, but Starlamina and Mega, how do you feel about the main six during this episode? Do you feel that they were somewhat out of character, or do you feel like they were in the right place?
Oh, yeah.
First, let's go with Fluttershy.
Okay, Fluttershy in this episode, I felt kind of like she was a little off character. Because if you think about it, she is not, like, she's a very shy and mostly antisocial character in the show that through the seasons has become a lot more open, and, but I feel like the writers don't really know what to do with Fluttershy anymore. Like, they really don't know how to write her. And pretty much, I think in this episode, she was a little too open. Like, she was like, wow, these people really look happy and smiling and blah, blah, blah. But I just felt like as though she didn't really see what these people could have been, or like what they're doing. She just saw what she saw and didn't process what could have been going on.
What about you, Starling and Sparkle?
I know we keep saying this a lot, but just because I've already kind of reviewed these episodes. But as I said in my review, I felt that Fluttershy and Pinkie were off in these two episodes. Like Mega said, I didn't exactly put it in that wake, but I did feel that, because I realized I didn't quite touch on how I thought they were off, or how Fluttershy was off. But with Fluttershy, yeah, she was very too trusting towards these new ponies that she didn't even know, and was kind of just, and plus she seemed kind of angry a little bit more than she should have been. But I feel that Fluttershy actually equaled out into her normal self towards episode 2. Pinkie Pie, I actually did not like Pinkie Pie in these episodes for the most part, because I just felt she was way too angry.
Wait. Stay with one, and then we get to the other one.
Yeah, we'll get up.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're still on Fluttershy.
Yeah. Me, personally, I think Fluttershy is interesting for me, because the first 2 episodes, I find her interesting, mostly because it feels like she's actually standing up for her opinion mostly during the episode. And yeah, she's really open, and she's like, this is my opinion. I think it's cool like this, and it's nice. And then Pinkie Pie and all the others, they don't agree with that, but she's trying to stand up for what she thinks is a good thing that could happen for ponies, which in actuality, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you look at it, it feels like such a drastic change. She didn't stand up for her opinions all that much in past seasons, and suddenly in this season, she's like, "Yep, I'm completely gonna stick to my opinion." And I felt like that wasn't her. Like, I felt like she hasn't had enough change to be like that, to be so absurd, just to be
Yeah.
You you
can't
do have
speak.
a point on that because it's mostly when you see Fluttershy when she starts to stand up for her opinion, you need to actually push her
Yeah,
for a good amount of time. But this episode, she just instantly snapped into us backing up her opinion, so to speak.
yeah, and
So
that's
yeah,
and I felt like that's why she was kind of off character because she's not normally like that. And the writers, I feel, have like no idea how to write her anymore.
what about you, Crystal?
Personally, yeah, I really agree with Meg. She was really off character. I mean, I would expect her to be against what they're doing with the whole equalization thing. I wasn't even expect her to like accept their opinion. And um, if you want to ask me, I think she was gonna join in the equal cutie mark ponies to begin with because she really liked the idea of being equal rather than keeping her own cutie market. I mean, and she didn't even think of the consequences of her not having her magic or anything or being who she is because those equal cutie marks, right? They basically, well, yeah, go against who you truly are as a pony on what your real destiny is and all that jazz. Personally, yeah, she was really out of character during this episode, but yeah. And like Mega once said, the writers really don't know how to write her anymore, and that's just sad. It's like they might as well give Fluttershy the axe if they don't care, or if they don't know what to do to with her as the main six anymore. If you ask me, and I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion about her giving her the axe, but I'm not saying to give her axe. I'm just saying they might as well give her the axe if the writers don't know what to do with her anymore.
I also kind of feel like she really changed her opinion highly drastically well, drastically and actually fast because one minute she's
Well,
really
yeah,
nice to
and
the
that
ponies and then
too.
the second minute she's really just like, no, I'm not with that. Which yeah, I also kind of agree with that. Now I'm more to think about it. She kind of was out of character and she kind of was like out of place in the episode, but she did still, in my opinion, kind of stood out more promptly than Rarity, Applejack, and Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh God, I really hope I didn't sound weird because I felt like my voice cracked when I was talking because I got stuff in my throat.
No, you sound good, but actually, since Starling one, what about Pinkie Pie? How do you feel about Pinkie Pie, Starling and Sparkle?
Um, Here I go again. Like I said in my review, I actually really did not like Pinkie in this episode, which was disappointing for me because Pinkie is one of my favorites. Um, I didn't feel that she like. I felt she was way too spiteful. I felt that she was. I mean, I could understand a bit why she would be a little agitated, with the idea of giving up to her own mark and the fact that they're not being genuinely happy. But I just felt like that was taken to a little too high of an extreme. And you just see all those faces she makes. I mean, sure, the faces are actually really hilarious, but at the same time, it just reminds me that she's very hateful towards what's going on. And, I figured, with time that it kind of mellow out a little bit more. But the only reason it technically mellowed out a bit was because of the equalization mark kind of dumbing down her typical nature. But I don't know. I didn't feel Pinkie was in character for the gist of the episodes, which disappointed me.
Okay, me personally, I kind of felt like she was literally since what was that? Since her best episode, in my opinion, would be when she got her key. This episode, she actually was on par, somewhat similar to that, because she actually felt like she was Pinkie Pie instead of her being just rude and just random. It was like she's perfect because she actually just interacted with the situations in her special way. She's seen smiles that were fake and she can tell when a smile is fake. she wanted to pretty much show her friends that no, that's not a right smile. That's not a real smile. That's a fake smile, which most of them actually weren't fake smiles. And the faces that she made were, yeah, like you said, priceless because they were just amazing. It's like pretty much like when she met Cheese Sandwich, the faces pretty much interactions. Pinkie Pie knows how to give a face and knows how to make different and random faces. When Pinkie Pie is on the scene, you're going to expect to see faces that you would rarely see from another pony, which is why I loved it.
Yeah, but if you really ask me, she was acting completely the opposite of her character when she was making those mean faces.
Not in actuality,
Well,
actually.
somewhat though, somewhat, but yeah, I do agree with you there.
Well, okay. I'll be honest, like, seeing the premiere here, and seeing Pinkie Pie, I feel like Pinkie Pie was actually at her best moment during this season in this premiere. Because we haven't really seen Pinkie Pie since her best episode in season 4, which is Pinkie's Pride, where she did get her key. We haven't seen her be herself. We've never seen her written like she used to be written. And I feel like the writers decided, like, the new writers that came in, I think Wandering remembers the names of the writers.
Yeah.
They came in and...
What was it? I think the premiere was M.A. Larson and Megan McCarthy. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. M.A. Larson, fuck him. But, yeah. But, I mean, like, they really brought Pinkie Pie back. And they brought her back strong in this one. Like everyone else has said, her facial expressions were just on point. They were hilarious, but they gave her a seriousness that, you know, she knew something was up, but it just seemed that everyone else just didn't care. And
yeah,
as Wandering has stated, she's trying to show that these people aren't truly happy because most of those smiles that you see in this town are pretty much just fake.
Yeah.
They're just doing this so that they can live. And it's kind of a sad idea that not everyone in this village is truly happy. And Pinkie Pie is just... And Pinkie Pie is one of those characters that always wants to see people happy. No matter what. Even if it hurts her, she wants to see people happy. So when she came to this village and saw that these people, cutie marks and special talents, were not there, and, you know, those fake smiles, which I'll be honest is really creepy, she felt that it fuck, I've already lost my train of thought. But I was going on a roll, so yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, because like when you put it that way, because like I admit, thinking about it a little more based off of your guys' opinions, she was in the right mindset of how she was feeling. It's just, I felt she was a little too serious about it. I mean, I guess I'm just not used to seeing Pinkie Pie dead serious, because, you know, we're so used to her being happy and silly and joking around, and to see her in such an opposite light is strange to me.
Let me just kind of like put something on top of that. I feel as though that she wasn't being serious in this episode too much, to the extent of the faces and stuff like that. Yeah, she was being serious, but throughout the rest of the premiere, she's been herself. Like, there's only like very few scenes that she's been very serious.
I guess that's true, because like with the whole cupcakes thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I will admit I was a bit swept away by by the moments where she was serious and angry. I may have let that cloud the rest of the scenes a bit. Because I mean, after all, I made the review after watching the episode once, so.
That was good. Me personally, like, it's like you said, she actually, in my opinion, she was serious, but at the same time, it was a form of comedy. Like when you see Duke Nukem's face or something like that's face, like Donut Seal, when they try to act so serious, it's to the point it's funny. That's my opinion what Pinkie Pie was doing. It was so serious to the point, like it jumped over serious and went to funny. Because, yeah, like we said in previously, repeating over, those faces were like priceless.
Like, I will admit, I was one face I actually did like, even though it was like, you know, I actually like I was having that mixed feeling where I was like, really, Pinky, you're being too serious, but at the same time, I was laughing while I was saying that. When Pinky just, you see Fluttershy going like, yeah, I love this song, and the Pinky's like,
stare down. He's like,
it's just like, whoa, okay then.
Like when she just randomly pops up and just like talks to Starlight Glimmer, and then just says, "I'm watching you," and then just slowly just pans down. It's like it's good. It was like refreshing to actually see Pinkie Pie not just be just like what you call it, Mega said about Fluttershy. Just they didn't know what to do with Pinkie Pie. This episode, they knew what to do with Pinkie Pie. Instead of just because it feels like, well, actually no, we're gonna talk about the other characters first. What do you feel about?
Well, we still got time. Like it's a podcast.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can go as long as we want it to go.
What do you feel about? Well, I'm gonna just put these three: Twilight and actually Rarity and Applejack.
Okay. So, pretty much in this episode, I felt that pretty much the focus wasn't on them. It was never on them.
Yeah.
And it was just mostly on the villagers, and Starlight Sprinkle, whatever the fuck, I can't remember already. Yeah, and it was more on them, so I felt as though the main six were just kind of more of the background ponies in this episode.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much actually. Yeah, because it's like you said, or like I said in my review, it's pretty much like we know that they know about friendship. Let's see if they can actually spread it to other people, and let's see how they react to friendship. Let's see if they can learn it instead of them learning it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I actually like that concept because that way we won't really see, it won't get too repetitive because now they feel they've learned most of what they could possibly learn and feel they should try to spread it to others. Now, granted, I believe they have learned a lot, but they can still learn more by teaching it to others because, like we saw, like Twilight said when they were trying to get their powers back Cutie Mark's back, and then they were like super slow and just bled, and then the other ponies kind of just rushed past them and were helping, and Rainbow's like, why are we having them help? Why can't we get our own stuff back? And Twilight's like, well, we helped them, now it's time for them to help us.
Yep.
But in regards to you said Applejack and Rarity, to be honest, I didn't feel they had too much significance in this episode either. I mean, I felt like they had their own significance in a way because they were still being themselves. But I don't know, they just felt like background these two episodes.
Yeah. So, Crystal, do you agree with this?
Yes, but there's something I have a problem with. When Applejack had her equal cutie mark during this one scene where she tried to kick down the door or something, but she couldn't because it looked like losing her cutie mark made her weak. I feel that she could have still kicked that door down, seeing a strength.
Because remember, what we've seen with the T-Rex thing, it's kind of like that, it sucked them of what they can do. So her apple bucking is a talent. She's trained herself and honed her skill to be able to buck kick that.
Oh yeah.
She kicks like I say unicorn, so like Twilight. She would kick like Twilight, and Twilight can't break down a door. I guess you would say.
Yeah.
New Twilight can, but yeah,
I do agree.
How do you feel about the song?
Oh, I like the song. It was catchy. I've actually been trying to get the lyrics down.
What about you, Megan?
Okay, so pretty much when I listen to the song, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain this because it's just whenever I see the song, I always remember the animation that they put with it, and I feel as though the animation kind of, in my opinion, spoils the song because it makes me think that hey, it's about equality and not being different, when the song itself could mean something else. I haven't actually given the song a chance by itself, but every time I've listened to it, it's always been with the animation, and I feel as though the animation does kind of sway my opinion on this.
Uh, Me personally, I feel like it. Yeah, it's a good song, mostly because it reminds me of like the old songs, like from Santa Claus Comes to Town, like those songs, and how like
Yeah.
catchy they were.
Told
Because
me
this
that
song was
before.
really catchy, and it felt like
Yeah,
one
the
of
funny
those.
thing, it's catchy, so I can kind of like the melody is stuck in my head, but the
Yeah.
lyrics escape me.
Yeah, like it's like I think one reviewer said it's like the old war propaganda songs, like those. I guess you'd say,
Yeah.
or World War II. Yeah, it was in my opinion good. What do you think about it, Sky? Or did you already say Harris?
Well, yeah, I like the song, but yeah, some of the parts of the animation really felt weird, but that funny at the same time. Like that one part where that horse was trying to dance while she had a, I forgot where it
That
was
wasn't
exactly.
weird. That was
That was
part of that was the foreshadowing that because think about it, it was showing
Yeah,
that
I
she was
know.
off. It was showing she was off key, and so Starlight kind of looks at her and then she's like, oh
I
crap, I have to fix my pacing.
but I meant it in a good way because I liked it that way. But if you really want my thoughts on how I like the song, I downloaded the crap off of it on YouTube. I downloaded the remix. I downloaded the original. You name it. I downloaded the living crap off of it with a video converter and an an audio converter.
Well, they have a remix?
Also, I'm gonna use it for my Wi-Fi battles on like competitive matches.
They have a remix for it already?
Yeah, there's one that is a remix.
Oh yeah,
of a
yeah.
boss
King
that
Sparta,
sounds like a-
King Sparta X37 is already remixed.
Yeah.
He remixed it right when it came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Like you literally look at his comments, they're like, "Holy crap, you're fast! How are you this fast? This is not possible." Because he literally released the remix hours after the episode aired.
yeah.
Dude
Well,
was
I got,
prepared.
I got.
Really prepared.
Well, I wanted to say that I got this one remix where it's basically a boss theme version of her, which I really like to the point I want to use that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's King
Oh,
Sparta.
that's the.
That's the
Oh
boss.
yeah. Well, yeah. As I was saying, I'm really gonna use that on my online competitive matches.
Actually, something else that I haven't checked lately, but when I made my tribute to Starlight Glimmer, I noticed there were a couple of tributes already up as well, which was a little surprising because it's like, oh, okay, because well, then again, I was a little late to the bandwagon because I can't look at the episodes till Mondays.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to do a little U-turn about Fluttershy. She actually, another thing that actually I just realized that I felt a little bit weird or off was her actual interaction with Spike during the very beginning of it.
Oh yes.
Oh my god!
Wait, what happened?
No, it's just. I am sorry. I'm going to do the best I can not to freak out, but I really want to know where the Buck Discord is because, she's like, oh, maybe I should stay here with Spike, and then it's like, what about Discord? He was with you when you were like all hugging and saying, hey, we're friends. Now he's just like gone.
Well, the thing is, like, Discord doesn't really, like, they're friends, but I mean, Discord is not really like living with her or like stays with her.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Fluttershy's cottage.
No,
Well,
remember, he actually has special duties with Celestia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh. Okay, that explains it. I don't know. It's just I've been bummed out because like I've been waiting for him, and even in episode 3, he's not here yet.
Okay, it's something else to talk about. Has anyone started to notice after each, I guess, season premiere, you don't see the princesses as much as you used to?
That's
Yes.
true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't even like. If I remember right, like season 4, we haven't really seen much of them at all. And in fact, now that I think about it, technically, we haven't because like. I was gonna say the letter thing hasn't popped up much, but I don't remember exactly on that one.
Well, the thing is, the letter thing hasn't really popped up as much is because Twilight's already learned about friendship. She's now learning how to spread that friendship so that people can learn from what they have been through. And I feel as though like it makes sense that we're seeing less and less of the princesses because the like we've already had the story of like what happened with Celestia, what happened with Discord, what happened to Luna, and all that stuff that happened with them. We've already learned about their past, so I feel as though like we've already known a lot of about Celestia, Luna, and even Discord that we don't need to see them as much anymore. We can still see them, but I feel as though we're starting to more focus on creating a story arc with the main six and how they have to learn to spread this friendship.
Yeah.
Exactly, because yes, it's pretty much like Lauren Fowl said. She wanted to make Twilight the next Celestia. So, and by doing this, as you can see during the premiere, she doesn't need her as much anymore, to say the least. I mean, the only time you even heard about the name is just Sweet Celestia, and that's it. Discord, you don't even see Discord. You don't see any other ones because she doesn't need them anymore.
Whoa. But like, they weren't they going over in like the season 4 finale how Discord kind of wasn't quite there in terms like he's like where's my throne, and they're like, oh, you're not quite ready for that yet. So I figured Discord would need to be learning some things about friendship. I mean, think about it. Sure, he's friends with them, but he's just learning about friendship himself in a way. Wouldn't that beckon more episodes about him?
Well, the thing is, he's already like the writers have already written his backstory. Like they've shown us a bit of his backstory and like what he's done, and pretty much we've seen him learn friendship. Like he's actually learned friendship. He's learned how to be kind, and all this stuff in past seasons already. And that scene that you're saying, I feel it was more of a joke than something that was supposed to lead into something more.
Yeah. Because I don't know, it may be like how Tony Stark is with, or Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. is with the Avengers, how he gets paid the most out of everyone, and they don't want him that much. That's all. So him being Discord and him not being a main character, he may also get paid more than them. And that, if we're talking story wise, it's pretty much, yeah, like I said before, he may like have like I guess at the end of season 4 how Celestia gave him a certain duty to do something. Since he is a god of chaos and disharmony, maybe she is using him more to do other things instead of learning about friendship, which is Twilight's job.
That's true. But I mean, I've read that there's going to possibly be some things with Discord, so
yes,
like
no spoilers.
Yeah, like hopefully no one fucking spoils shit here, because I know someone looks at the wikis and stuff like that. But
sorry,
but I mean, like there's still that possibility for future episodes because we're only 3 episodes into the season. We still have 26, I think, right?
Yeah, 26 episodes counting, and season 6 being a thing.
Yeah, so we still have a lot more.
I apologize for like dragging this into a Discord thing. Shouldn't we talk about episode 3 since we haven't really gotten to that yet?
No, we're just getting. We are still talking about the season premiere because the princesses weren't in it nor Discord. So
okay.
We just wanted to make sure everything that we had to talk about for the premiere is said and done.
Yep.
Actually, so what does everyone think about it being watchable again? Do you think you would go back and watch it again and again and again, or not that much?
The 2 episodes, yeah. I mean, they were enjoyable.
What about you, Sky?
Wait a minute, say that again. I wasn't paying attention.
What do you think about the season premiere? Would you go back and watch it again and again and again? How did you feel it being compared to the other previous season premieres?
I feel it isn't as good as the another season premieres, in my opinion, but I would still go back and watch it if I got the time to.
What about you, Starlamina?
I said that. I said
Oh yeah.
mine.
What about you, Mega?
Well, I'll be honest here. I really, even though I say that this is a really good premiere for season 5, I feel it's not as strong as the previous seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one of my favorite season premieres was, if I remember correctly, um, season 3. The season 3 premiere was one of my favorite premieres.
Oh yeah.
Though people may not like it, it was one of my favorites. It's because like you learned there's some other magical force. You learned something more about the world. Here we just learned that there's just a small little village with these people and maybe a new villain, and that's it. But what we learned in the season like 3 premiere, we learned a lot about we learned about like history. We learned like more geographical locations. We learned a new kingdom too, and it was just an amazing adventure. And that also goes with like the season 4 premiere, as it was about the history, like what happened with Celestia and Luna, what happened with Discord, why is the Everfree going crazy, and eventually they end up giving up their what was it, their medallions or whatever the
Elements of harmony.
yeah, the elements of harmony, and they pretty much gave that back to a tree of harmony, which I really want to know what that tree is. And this season, it feels like that premiere didn't really give me anything to be like, I want to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
I can, yeah, I kind of do feel like that. It didn't have the magic that the other seasons have. Like yours is the season 3, mine is the season 4, mostly because yeah, the history and all that behind it is like this is amazing.
When you mentioned that, yeah, I agree. Like I could go back and watch the episodes, but to me, season 4 had the most impactful replayability, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because like for me, in my opinion, 11 months, give or take, for that season, it was there, and I liked it. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I was like, the magic, it's there, but it's like not at its fullest spark like the previous seasons were. Like the only thing I actually want to go back and learn more is about cutie marks, and I could use other ponies and other things instead of. Well, actually, I want to learn about Starlight Glimmer too as a character, but yeah, not like a thing I would be like, oh, I'm going to go back and continuously watch it over and over and over because I already watched it like 5 times just to get my review out. But yeah, it's good, but compared to the other seasons, no, it's lackluster. But so is there anything else anyone wants to talk about this season 5 premiere?
I feel as though we could talk about Double Diamond, because, well, actually, no, we didn't even talk about Rainbow Dash this episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and Twilight. Oh yeah.
Well, I feel as though Twilight really wasn't a main character in this.
No, she was.
But yeah, I feel as though Rainbow Dash in this episode, though not a really like important role, I felt as though she kind of was a bit more honest. As well, that's pretty funny. She was a bit more honest than anyone else because she doesn't like the idea, and she finds it funny that the idea of giving away your special talent to be equal with everyone else is a very dumb idea.
By the way, something I wanted to mention. When I say I agreed with Starlight Glimmer's, thing, like, it's not like I would like the idea of giving up a cutie mark or something like that. The only thing I agreed with was the factor of a little bit more equality, because like Vanel said, being completely equal like that doesn't fit a question. I just meant her idealism. Because think about it. I'm sorry to like cut you off like that, Mega, but like I was just gonna say, I personally feel that some of the other races that are aside from the ponies don't exactly have as equal of a status. Like say the Diamond Dogs, I feel like they're below, like a lower race than the ponies.
Oh, actually, not in the contrary. It seems like because there are even horses that pretty much they even Celestia, Luna, Cadence, and Twilight have to respect them because yeah, it's equal. But for Starlight Glimmer, she knows the region that she can control, which will be Equestria. Just because Equestria is pretty much just purely ponies, and then you have I think Saudi Arabia. I think that's out of Ponyville, but yeah, stuff like
Saddle
that.
Arabia, yeah.
Yeah, Saddle Arabia, the Griffin Empire, and all those. Yeah, they all pretty much respect each other, which is why they have the Equestria Gangs, why the Griffins are in there, and all that.
Yeah.
It's like our world, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, yeah. The more you think about it, yeah, Rainbow Dash, she was spot on. She was spot on. Because she pretty much does what she always does. She'll be bluntly honest with it. She'll tell it like it is. And pretty much, yeah.
Even though she is the element of loyalty. I mean, honesty. I mean, loyalty.
Yeah, I feel like they like to juggle the elements around in a way. But I mean, like, in a way, that's not a bad thing. Because, like, just because, say, Applejack's the element of honesty and Rainbow Dash's loyalty and et cetera, that doesn't mean that the other ponies can't express those elements in their own ways.
No, I mean, because it's just, yeah, like you said, just because they're the element doesn't mean they have to constantly be the element 100% of the time. They just have to know what that element is. Truly to them.
Yeah.
Anything else for the season 5 premiere?
Well, like you said, mentioning Double Diamond, then we kind of
Double Diamond.
brushed Diamond off.
I was actually kind of joking on about that because like Double Diamond is kind of like he is kind of the main focus. I'll be honest. Surprisingly enough, right next to Starlight Glimmer, he's actually the main character of this episode. Well, these episodes. Because like if you think about it, he's the one that's spying on them. He's the one that's doing all the little reconnaissance and always checking up on, the main six to see what they're doing.
Something else I wonder. I keep wondering what side he was on, because when you think about, like, wasn't he one of the ones that was in the basement?
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay. So that, yeah, because it's kind of odd then, because like that would mean that he was suspicious of them and trying to help Glimmer out. But then once he, actually no, that actually is, because like I was gonna say that once he got his key mark back, he changed, but. To me, I feel like he really sides with Glimmer, which actually furthers the idea that he and Glimmer were actually somewhat of friends or trying to be friends.
Well, what happened was, I believe that either he got into like a skiing accident or something, because he found his skis in the mountain.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that
and that's where he met Starlight, and it was like, oh, and she was being really kind, and I felt that. They were truly friends, but when I felt as though she kind of like told him like what her ideas were, what her idealism of the world should be like. He kind of sided with her and was like, yeah, you know what, I believe you. I like that idea. It's nice that everyone can be equal and stuff like that. And with that, he truly made a friend. But the thing was, he still felt like she was his friend.
Actually, yeah, you got a point, because I think he was actually the first person out of everyone in that town to go there first before anyone else. Because, yeah, he literally, like you said, if you look, he would be second in command to Starlight Glimmer. So if Starlight Glimmer leaves, he actually, I think, if they go back to that town, I think he would be the head of the town. Because... I think
actually, I feel like
I
actually felt like that's what was going to happen, because when you think about it, once Starlight kind of left through the caves, he was mentioning stuff about the town, and they go back and everything's like a lot more festive and everything. And then I don't remember what Double Diamond was doing, but I felt that at that moment I was like, oh, I guess Double Diamond took over.
Wow, actually, I think you're right about that. Yeah, because when I'm remembering the episode, he literally would be the second person to talk to you during that whole process of equalization.
Yeah.
Because Yep, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
And then something else that's making me think now. Say Starlight Glimmer is probably definitely going to come back. Like I feel like it would be kind of rude for them to not touch on that again. But let's say Starlight comes back with Double Diamond leading the town. Think about it. Double Diamond agreed with her idealism of equality, but um, you know, um, maybe the way he's running the town now is still relatively people being treated equally, but at the same time, it's not to the extreme that Starlight took it at. So maybe Double Diamond could teach her something about taking things too high to the extreme or something.
I mean, personally, I think it's going to be like Ponyville, because now they know about friendship, him, party favor, and the others. They learned how Twilight learned about friendship, and they did their group hug and all that. They have all their stuff, and everyone's different in their own special way. And how, I guess, what was her name? I forgot her name. The one who made the cupcakes.
Oh, yeah, those awful tasting cupcakes that...
No, she didn't make the awful cupcakes. She made the awful muffins because...
I mean,
no,
yeah, muffins.
They weren't awful. They were just plain.
Normal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
when you think about it, remember, when she got her key mark back, she was still baking things, and they were really, really good.
Yeah.
And like how she was in the mountains and she made that
a snow pie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I really still feel sorry for poor Pinkie Pie.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, she even experienced how friends could have different opinions, argue, and then get back to normal.
I actually felt that that whole little moment there about them talking about differing opinions and still being friends, I felt like that kind of touched on the whole how people. Well, I talked to Wandering about this, but I mentioned how I thought it was kind of like the Bernalysis ponies in general, but then he mentioned that it was kind of like people in general.
Yeah, it is kind of like people in general, because like you have the
look at all of us.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you look at the outside world and you see people, they're not the same. They're never gonna be the same, and they all have differing opinions, and though many of them could fight each other and not be friends, they ended up, coming to an agreement. They end up, putting aside their differences to come together for a common thing and still be friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Wow. Did not think Double Diamond was going to take it this far.
Well,
Double Diamond for the win.
And plus, breaking up a friendship over a stupid opinion that you disagree with, it's like, I don't know, being stupid.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just say their judgment was more clouded during that, I guess.
Or clouded still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay, that came out terrible.
We could go on all day about
the premiere, but I think we should get on to the third episode of My Little Pony, which was
Sweet Castle.
This episode, like, this is gonna be weird for me because I still gotta and I'm worried that what I say in here might differ when I actually make the review.
Well, it's because like this again is recorded in advance before you've recorded it, so of course your opinions could change during that time. So this really doesn't reflect your opinions of the future. It reflects your opinions of the now and time.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, because mine is already up there, and it's there on display, and I can change my opinion whenever I want. So.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
I just don't look at other analyst ponies, because
then you kind of start analyzing a little too much.
Then I become like, I'll be like, oh, let me do it like they did it and stuff like that, and then I'll start nitpicking. I mean, because like when I did my review, and then I look at Silver Quills, Dr. Wolf's, and all that, we pretty much had somewhat of the same opinion about some things, like Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. We pretty much had the same opinion about that and things like that. So
you may have a bone to pick there. You may have a bone to pick there.
Wait, what do you mean?
About Fluttershy. Yep.
What?
Yeah, you and me have a bone to pick there about Fluttershy.
Oh, wait, did you? Oh.
But
Did you see that?
Yep.
What?
I That was one of those likes.
But
Okay.
my
Episode
thoughts
3.
on episode 3. Oh wait, did you divide this into topic 2 or is it just general?
Oh God. I was wondering I have 6 views on phone. Okay, Castle Sweet Castle.
What are the subtopics, or do we not have subtopics?
I'm just gonna do it like I did with the premiere and pretty much just dissect it individually. Well, first we're gonna start up with the.
I only seen this episode once, so if I screwed up, I am sorry.
You are good.
You can't
watched it.
screw up.
Yeah.
It's your own opinion. So.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I tend to forget stuff, so yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's just human nature. Okay, so
Okay.
what are the subtopics?
Okay, how do you feel about the writers?
Oh,
Which will be wait. Oh, what? You go-
I'm ashamed to say I kind of engrossed myself in the episodes. I never am able to pay attention to, like I get so engrossed in the episodes that I can never manage to spot when it says writers such and such. Like I don't usually spot that stuff.
No, I feel the same. I had to literally study. I studied the episode, got the synopsis, and did all that before I even watched the episode. So me personally, it was already spoiled for me, but it felt really good.
Okay.
But yeah, Tristan Sango and Sanko and Jonah Lewis. They pretty much. How did you feel about the episode in general? Just
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, I felt the episode in general, though my reaction to it, I felt I was negative about it. I'll be honest, I really liked it, though it didn't really teach a lesson about friendship or the main six. No, it's not like the main six going out there and adventuring to teach people friendship. That's what I didn't feel about this episode, and that's what kind of made it. The first time I saw it, I didn't like it, but after seeing it again, I realized the topic, and I realized what it was saying, and it was saying like, you know, you grew up in places, you've made memories at these places, and it's just like, what am I gonna do after I leave this place? How am I gonna, you know, get myself used to not being there anymore, and that place being gone from where I am? And Twilight learning that lesson because, of course, Golden Oak's library was destroyed in the epic battle of season 4 finale.
Bees.
Huh?
Those poor bees.
Yeah, those poor bees.
Poor Owlicious.
No, Owlicious survived.
Yeah, Owlicious survived. Yeah, she specifically teleported in just to get Owlicious in time.
Where's his home? Yeah, nobody thought about it. Owlicious' home.
Actually, true.
Actually, where is Owlicious?
Yeah, I said, yeah. Where's Owlicious?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Writers, you
Where
fucked
are all
up.
the
But yeah, me personally in the episode, yeah, it was so good, way better than the fucking season premiere. Mostly because fucking Twilight Sparkle, like, oh my god, like it's been so long since I've actually liked her as a character. I was like, this is a Twilight Sparkle I've been missing. Season 4 is just like, oh, I'm a princess. Oh, I don't know what to do. I got to carry this, that. I was like, you're acting like when Spike has his own center episode.
Oh god.
Versus how when he actually has like an episode where he's in the background. That's how it felt for season 4. She had her spotlight and she was just complaining the whole time. This episode, it's like she's back to normal. She's natural. Her presence is just like pleasing. I'm like, yeah, I like this Twilight Sparkle. And it's like pretty much like the Brony fandom. They don't like the castle. It's a no-go. Fucking product placement out the ass. And then it's just like she fucking, who doesn't love Golden Oak's library? It was a thing that pretty much started season 1, and season 4
really
they just
agree.
annihilated it. And then they give us this new thing, this new giant thing that's just like an eyesore to Ponyville itself. But at the same time, it's like, it's her new home, man. We kind of at least have to give it a try. Because, like they did in the thing, they put the old memories in there, and at the same time, you gotta want to make new memories out of it. Instead of just dwelling upon the castle. I mean, not the castle, but Golden Oaks. Which I loved.
With this episode, I admit I was a little bit irked because like, I didn't understand why the main five were trying to make the home what they felt would be comfortable when
Well,
they knew Twilight and they knew how, like, because like they knew her and they, they know what she likes and what she doesn't like. So like, why were they putting like? I admit Rainbow Dash was kind of funny because like really Rainbow Dash trophies of yourself, but like I didn't understand why they were doing what they were doing at first because it's like why this isn't gonna make Twilight feel at home. This makes you guys feel at home.
yeah, that's I think was the lesson that if that they've learned is like they were trying to force Twilight to be happy, but they were being blind to what they were doing. They didn't realize that it wasn't Twilight that they were trying to make happy. They were trying to make themselves happy with what the castle would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty much like it was like, oh, we can make Twilight happy just by putting stuff that we love in there instead of what she would actually love in there. Because they thought their presence in there would be great, which is a great thing because how they just distributed it throughout individual giant halls and stuff like that. But in the center, you kind of want it to be natural for her, Twilight, instead of Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Spike, and so on and so forth. And yeah.
And I think that Rainbow Dash in this episode portrayed that the best.
Yeah, because like I understood it with Rainbow Dash because Rainbow Dash is a little headstrong,
Egotistical.
so that makes sense for her. I love that whole bit. Just like, oh yeah, like your trophies, they're trophies about.
I like to think of it as
for all of
everyone's
us.
trophies, but with my name
my name
eternally
etched on.
sketched in them. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm not even gonna.
And oh my god, I'm gonna say right now, I almost cried when Twilight made that face. Like she was it was one of the saddest faces. I was so sorry for her.
I'm gonna keep on topic and in topic. How many people seen that
Also,
Verity doll?
Wait a minute. I want to
Rarity
say.
doll.
Oh
The
yeah, I
Verity
saw
doll
it. I
Spike
saw
had.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Rarity
see
doll.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one Spike had when he walked into the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh my god! I was like, where did you get that?
I was like, dude, where did you get that plushie, man?
I want it. I
like,
so want it.
I gotta pay like $300 just to get a plushie. You just got one, probably for free.
She probably made it.
Can I say this?
Yeah,
But I actually also like how they touched on different, like they touched on different things that they brought back. Like they brought back the whole Sparity thing, Sparity shipping. Well, Sparity semi-shipping, I guess it technically is. Spike and Rarity.
Yeah, but I think they can they'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, actually, well, I'm gonna do that when we talk about the ponies individually. But
Yeah.
what did you want to say, Crystal?
I liked how Spike kept lying to Twilight, kept distracting her, while I guess I should say the Nutter Main Six was trying to bring Twilight's old library treehouse into the castle. I mean, oh my god. I really like how he kept lying to her, even when it came to the part where he made Spike think that he needed a new bed of his own. I mean, really, a dragon.
Actually, I thought that was a bit like I felt like that was a little necessary because think about it. I mean, Spike sleeping.
I know,
Twilight
but
had that extra bed, and then it's just like, oh, Spike sleeps in that basket. Well, okay then.
It kind of sounds like he wants to sleep in the basket because, like you said, she has a bed.
But
he
still, I
doesn't
thought
care.
that was kind of funny.
And also afterwards.
Also, he also pretended to have a cramp in his legs too, in order to.
Gosh.
He wasn't.
No, that was a real cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was a real cramp?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
little,
both
when he got
biceps
straight,
freaking.
like a rectangle. Yeah, that was from Bulk. Yeah, that was way too much.
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. But yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
I mean,
deep
like,
tissue massage.
yeah, deep tissue. But I feel as though those scenes were not really that necessary in this episode. We could have used we could have taken some of those scenes out to kind of like see what was going on with more of the main five, or even see like how Twilight feels about the treehouse. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just. What? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say like because it's true because like I don't know if this is just me and I feel like people might call me a bookworm, but if I were Twilight, I would have, I know it kind of got demolished, but I would have wandered back into the treehouse and tried to find any of the possible scavengeable books. But that's just me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
She probably already did that.
Yeah, true.
Well,
that.
yeah. Off screen, that is.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I felt like some of those scenes with Spike were really unnecessary. But one of my favorite things that I saw was, the after the bed scene when they're coming in, like they're coming into the main hall.
Oh yeah, when he's all like, "Oh really? I distracted you all this time."
No, it wasn't that scene. It was the scene that instead of buying a bed, they buy a bunch of pillows.
Wait, really? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, where's the bed?
There's probably someone way down the hall.
I forgot to talk about that part too.
No, yeah, there's probably someone down the hall being like, "Guys, hello, I need help."
I use the bathroom.
I was actually also wondering, like, because like you could tell Twilight was getting a tiny bit impatient when he was trying to pick a mattress. I just feel like you see the salesman guy and he seems calm enough, but I feel like in his head he's just like, "Oh my God, Dragon, pick a mattress already."
Yeah, that's pretty much if you work anywhere where you have people picking things out because you just want them to get out as fast as possible.
Like, hey, I've been by. Just leave. Oh, jeez.
Why are you even here? We don't even sell lipstick. We're a carpeting place.
This is beds and pins. Which one was it?
Actually, wait a minute. Wasn't that? Wait.
What
was that one store called? Quills and something.
Oh, quills and I think
Quilts and Quills. Isn't that where? I was wondering if that was the store they actually went.
Yeah, that's the store I think they went to.
Yeah, quills and beds. I think because they have like pins and beds and stuff like that together.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. Bulk biceps. How did you feel about bulk biceps?
I love that. I was glad.
Yeah.
I was surprised when they actually like brought him back because like I was like not expecting them to, touch on that, but I actually was thrilled that they actually brought him back and was a little surprised he was in the masseur place. It was like, whoa, okay, I guess that works. Oh, and by the way, I'm so making a Kool-Aid Man reference with my review.
Just crumbled her up and tossed her out the side, and then they put out bulk biceps, and he's just starting to build up like stacks. Like we're getting what he does, we're getting how he acts, we're getting a personality from a background pony. It's like this is refreshing. Like, oh, he worked at a spa thing. He knows the spa twins. He hates butterflies. All this stuff. It's like yes. He talks to Fluttershy a lot. It was like what?
Yeah. And he's like he's not afraid to dress in drag.
Exactly. It's
well,
like,
actually, it wasn't drag. It's
what was it? The pom pom thing?
No, it wasn't the pom pom thing. It was the big like kind of. It's kind of. Like,
I thought it was a dress.
Yeah, it was kind of like a dress. Those dresses from Rainbow
Scottish
Falls.
kilt.
It's kind of like a Scottish kilt. But I feel that wasn't really drag.
I mean, I don't know. Like it's pony clothes. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, because they rarely wear clothes.
Can I say something else too?
Yeah, go for it.
The third episode, really, in my opinion, should have been the first episode because, like Megan once said, and I think you probably wondering that it wasn't as long as the another season premieres, but the third episode for some reason seems much longer than the first. I mean. Well, I feel it should have been the first episode then, where in the third episode. I mean, also, how's that possible at times too, when the next episode is longer than the first episode? But I mean, the season premiere and plus the previous season premieres are stronger than the 5th season premiere. I mean, how does that work where the 3rd episode is stronger than the 5th season premiere?
There's gonna be flops. I mean, they can't produce like perfect quality stuff every single time.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like well, we're a reference. It's like Batman. It's not the one that they wanted, but it's actually the one that they needed, because this season 5 premiere, they needed that one. They really did, because it opened up questions like the cutie map, different places,
it
was plot convenience.
And the
background convenience plot setup.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have another question. While we're still on the topic of Castle Sweet Castle, how did everyone feel about the goat?
Really?
Really? You're talking about the old goat?
Oh, God.
What about the bear?
No.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm going to
All
dissect.
about that owl.
I'm going to dissect this goat. I'm going to dissect this
No.
abomination.
It's all about the pony. It's all about the
No. I'm going to dissect this thing.
Look, hold up. Before we continue going on, why does everyone hate this goat?
I hate this goat with a passion, mostly because every time I see that goat, he has that same facial expression, and it just pisses me off. And he just like, man. And he's just like, he's so angry constantly. He's just like looking in the screen. I feel like he's looking at me. I'm looking back at him.
He was so happy in this episode.
That's what made me so afraid. But yeah.
Did you say, when we were doing the live commentary, did you say, oh my God, that guy to the bear or the goat?
The goat.
Oh, then I need to fix it in my video then. Thanks for telling me, because I forgot.
By the way, I like the bear, like that, because someone mentioned the bear. The bear seems really friendly, because
yeah, I mean he's I snapped his neck.
Yeah, I mean like you would have to be friends with someone who snaps your neck. I mean that's the law.
That was a Fluttershy's deep tissue massage. But
really worked.
Okay, let's get on to main 6. How did you feel about Rarity?
I
Okay,
actually don't remember how she acted in those episodes.
Yeah, me too. That's a me too. I don't remember either.
Okay, so in this episode, I felt that Rarity was being her, general kind of like pre-season 4 self. The reason I'm saying that is because when she's putting up all the curtains and stuff like that, she doesn't want to take any of it down. She doesn't want to take any of it down because it looks too pretty to her. And if you remember, that's kind of the opposite of generosity. She's very selfish. And I feel as though, Rarity was actually really good in this episode. Because you understand why. Because Rarity likes shiny things and being a fashionista. But he's trying to pick something out of everything that she likes to throw out is really hard for her.
Like, yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, it made her so adorable in this episode. Like, especially like when the squirrels.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. That was like
my computer.
She was like, "Oh, don't you dare! Oh, don't you dare!" And it was like, "Oh, well, we're doing it anyway."
Like in the episode 2, it shows still that Tabitha St. Germain really knows just how to do voice acting, and Rarity is pretty much like Rarity. Her vocals are just pretty much just dramatic and just like overzealous, which makes Rarity.
Sorry, that was I'm not really
and is it me or I mean, I guess after the infestation manifestation episode, I guess Rarity and Spike are slowly growing closer, because it's like Rarity's over here honeypotting him. It's just like, what you doing, Rarity? You can't be honeypotting Spike to take her to the spa. It's like, whoa. I was like,
Did you really use honeypotting?
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else. It was either honeypotting or the other word, cock cheating. But yeah, pretty much like. I kind of feel like their relationship is growing stronger and stronger. I guess with each episode they actually have together, but Rarity during this episode, yeah, she was great. She was great. She was like she acted like Rarity. She didn't act out of character. She wasn't forced at all. She felt natural. Like,
I felt as though she was kind of like pre-season 4.
Yeah.
where it's kind of hard for me to explain. Because, like, pre-season 4, she was kind of, like, in my opinion, the worst character. Because she just she wasn't interesting, and she was very whiny in most of her episodes. And when she came into season 4, she started becoming a lot better. But the one thing I liked here is that they kind of brought back that old character that we remember her being. And that's what made her an interesting character, was she was not always generosity. She was mostly kind of normal. She would always want something, but she would still give stuff back in return.
Yeah, and also the whole total hoof bump with Rainbow Dash when they took out fucking Applejack's dirty, what did you call it? Vintage rugs.
Vintage, what was it? I don't think those were rugs. Those were knitted quilts.
Yeah. Man, speaking of that, how about Applejack? How do you feel about Applejack during this episode?
Okay.
I mean, to me, I felt like Crystal said, episode 3 was a little more well done.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I felt that everyone in that episode was on key and felt really natural. So I didn't really get the ability to dissect how they were acting because, it felt so natural. That's something else I've been actually wanting to mention, but we could probably talk about it later.
I know we're going to come to this crossroad eventually. Oh, God. I tried to avoid it so hard. Personally, in my opinion, Applejack was Applejack. Applejack was Applejack. She didn't feel, well, actually, she kind of did feel somewhat unnecessary, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did feel it, because, like, I vaguely can remember her. I can remember Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Twilight, and, Fluttershy, yeah, pretty much, Applejack, she pretty much fit in just like she usually fits in as, like, best background pony. No offense to anyone who likes Applejack, but yeah, she was spot on.
No, look, we offend everyone here. We are offensive.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
How did we offend everyone?
Well, hey,
I really wasn't paying attention.
I want to save that one for that.
There's gonna be people that I was just gonna say, like, Mega was like, we're offensive. Well, technically, there's gonna be people that'll like this podcast. There's gonna be people that'll hate it. There's gonna be people that'll be like, oh, I agree with you. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. It's just
me.
Yeah,
No offense, people. No offense.
I don't know why, but now I feel like I'll actually laugh if someone.
I swear to God, if they do that.
If someone has the goat picture and comments just for Prison Break.
I'm totally like, I'm like, you're banned, yo. You get out of my face.
Oh, don't be banned, Happy.
I'm gonna get my nunchucks back. Get out
Look.
my face.
I am the moderator of this goddamn fucking channel.
But how about Pinkie Pie? Yeah, how about Pinkie Pie? Because I think we already talked about Twilight.
This episode.
Oh,
Like, she felt perfect.
Totally, so natural. Like, especially with the whole pancake batter thing. And my favorite part.
I really wanted those pancakes. I was so hungry after looking at them. I was like, "Can I please have one, please?" I really like that one.
When she put the spoon in the measuring, yeah, that part.
No, she basically dropped it in there.
And then she was the one.
Actually, something I was worried about. Like, I was actually gonna make a Chemical X reference, but that felt unfitting after I realized that it wasn't in the episode. I thought it was. But something I was wondering was that I was worried that when she said that someone was going to get like poisoned or something, because like if you mix plastic in with a batter, wouldn't the plastic melt during the cooking process?
No.
Oh yeah.
I think it was more of a metal, wasn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like
look,
that kind of plastic. It was because when you cook pancakes, you don't literally. It's not going to melt.
Yeah. Because the thing
Because
is,
you have to flip them constantly fast and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But my favorite part for Pinkie Pie would be the random party cannons. It's just like
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, we're scared the animals and all that jazz.
I was just like, oh well, it's like Pinkie Pie, and it's like, wait, I don't remember where I hid them.
Yeah,
I
boom.
didn't.
Okay, I'll be honest, that was my least favorite scene in this episode. My favorite scene with Pinkie Pie in this episode was actually the pancake scene. Cause
Wait, when she's like eating them?
no, when she's like talking about the pancakes and how she made it, because it was hilarious to me.
Oh yes.
Cause just imagine that. Just imagine like dirty, like really dirty and grungy Twilight being like, "No, we gotta make more pancakes. No, man, we gotta cook more. We gotta cook more, man."
AKA the pancake order.
Actually, I did love when Rarity did that when she went to check the pancakes and make sure.
Yeah.
I was like,
That whole entire pancake scene was hilarious in my opinion.
it was like it was spot on golden. Like, oh god. But we've already talked about Twilight, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of did talk about Twilight.
About
I think we
Twilight,
touched on
though.
everyone except
Yeah, no, I think we got. I think we're good.
Can I say this real quick? About the pancake scene, going back to that one part with Twilight, I really like that part where she in front of her face, fall asleep on the pancake, smash way into the pancake.
Actually, something
Oh yeah, that
else
was
I
adorable.
Like, something else I like. I feel like,
And they were
like, this is just
sprinkled
me,
too.
but I feel like that the whole her
Sprinkled anyone?
overworking herself to avoid going back home was at the same time I feel a tiny nod to Lesson Zero, where she kind of was just so like worked up that she just ended up in that like frazzled state. And it's just, I mean, I know it's not in the same manner because like she wasn't overworking herself. It's just she was, well, actually no, she kind of was. That was kind of the point because like she was overworking herself, hanging out with or doing stuff with her friends so much just to avoid, going back home.
I feel as though like that was kind of a negative for Twilight, not like a positive, for
Well,
a
no, I
character
mean like I'm
trait.
not saying it's a good.
No, I'm not saying it's good either or bad. I'm just saying like compared to like Lesson Zero, she should have learned that lesson already.
Wait, yeah, that's a good point.
It feels like
But, I mean,
she
you gotta
just,
think though. She must be kind of stressed. I mean, think about it.
I don't think it was like.
Judging from the timeline, she just relatively fought Kirik not too long ago, and discovering all that stuff about becoming a princess and everything, and then she had to deal with all the stuff that happened. And well, then again, it didn't seem like it stressed her that much with the stuff in the town, but she was being weighed down with a lot of emotion from losing her home. So
Yeah, I don't think it was like stress at all. I think it was it's pretty much her entering a new castle, and then that's like she has to realize this is her home. This is where she has to stay, and all that. And just like Pinkie Pie said, it's just empty and daunting just to think about you being like you and Spike being the only people in there, and then you have to walk
24/7.
around. Yeah, and that cold place and all that. It's just like I don't want to sleep there. I want to sleep with Fluttershy. I miss my old home. Like
Echo.
I miss where my books were and all that and all the memories I had in here. And this thing is just empty. It has no memories. It's soulless. It's product placement. But yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and also with you saying you'd sleep with Fluttershy, I know you would do that totally. We should really start talking about Fluttershy this
How about
episode.
Spiky Wakey? But okay.
How about we talk about Fluttershy first?
Let's talk about Fluttershy.
Fluttershy.
Oh, God.
I mean, like I said, I felt like most of the characters were natural. They all seemed to click well, so I can't exactly dissect. Because like I've also only seen it once as well. So.
I think I'm probably the only one that has a negative opinion about Fluttershy.
Okay, so my opinion on Fluttershy this episode was she was pretty much natural. Because if you remember putting your hoof down, where she learns assertiveness from Iron Whale.
You did watch.
Oh, you mean that episode with Iron Whale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
AKA Torque.
Oh,
Torque.
God.
Okay. But she was being assertive. Like she was actually finally being assertive when they were taking all the stuff down and stuff like that. Fluttershy was getting angry at Pinkie Pie because Pinkie Pie's party canyons scared the animals, causing a big mess, which made sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Fluttershy was angry, and she literally vocalized it for once You know, the writers actually wrote her well. Thank you, new writers. Wrote her well enough to the point where she was actually being assertive. She was actually speaking her mind. Because if you remember in putting her hoof down, she went overboard, but she was being assertive. She was actually speaking her mind. Because if you think about it, Fluttershy's always keeping like her thoughts to herself. She's never vocalizing them. She's always knowing what these characters are doing, what these other people are doing, but she never wants to say anything about it because she doesn't want to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And in that episode, she vocalized it, and well, in putting her hoof down, she vocalized it, but to like the utmost degree, where she was going overboard for no reason. And now I feel as though the new writers discovered that, hey, look, she's a shy character, and she's slowly building up assertiveness, and that's what I liked about this episode with Fluttershy.
Anyone else want to go?
Wadri, you put your 2 cents in now. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Okay. If you see my review, the first few seconds I call Fluttershy. I cut it off.
Yeah.
But I call Fluttershy because, in my opinion, like, she was so, like, school was ew. It's like, whoa, Fluttershy, what the hell happened? This is like you and Pinkie Pie are just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with who is being given an asshole here. It's like season 4, Pinkie Pie got to be the actually no, season 2, Fluttershy got to be asshole, and so forth and so forth, and they just start rotating like who was the asshole. And this one, it's like when you go back to the premiere, it's like Fluttershy, she's like, in my opinion, she's out of place because, yeah, she's assertive, and that's good for her to be actually assertive. Like, it's finally, but at the same time, it's like, she's like a mean girl. She's sly when it comes to doing it. It's just like, I don't like that. Like, for Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, yeah, but Fluttershy's just like, really, Fluttershy?
Well, like, the thing is, I think, when Fluttershy's being, vocal about her opinions, I think it's easier for her to be vocal with friends since she's known them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like being like, oh, hey, random dude, I hate your tie. Go suck a dick or something. It's like, no, she's not gonna do that. She's not gonna be like, eat a dick.
Oh, God.
I think I remember,
Dick.
What, Crystal, I think someone was saying, that, yeah, it was Pinkie Pie's fault. And I was like, no, it's not Pinkie Pie's fault. It's everyone's fault. Fluttershy actually brought animals into a castle, which is not a good thing. Pinkie Pie randomly set up party cannons where she doesn't even know where they're at. Rarity she just bedazzled like the whole thing. And I was just like, Fluttershy being mean. I was like, they're all synergized. But I was like, Fluttershy doesn't, well, I guess she's more growing as a character, but at the same time, she doesn't like actually, well, I guess, what would you say, interact with the main 6 like she used to. Now it's a different interaction.
Yeah, but I mean,
especially towards Pinkie.
But I mean, like, she's still her same self. It's just that she's being a little bit more vocal about it, and that's something that we haven't really seen her be, is more vocal.
Yeah, which is, it seems like they're doing it a lot more season 4 for her, because now she actually is being more vocal and more assertive and all that.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the one thing that I've been wanting since season 2. Because after season 2, if you realize this, well, if you like watch like past season 2, she really hasn't grown as a character. She's been static.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now it feels like they're trying to at least try something with her being different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to kick your ass when I go to MomoCon.
Ooh, that sounds like a challenge.
We're gonna be throwing our Cheetos and spaghetti at each other.
Wait, what else?
What about pizza?
What else about Fluttershy? Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're totally right. I kind of like how, like, first she was, it's like, I don't know what the hell the writers are doing. It's like they find one character out of the main 6 and they keep them static for, like, a good amount of time until it was like, oh, fuck, now we found something for her to do.
Yeah.
Put her in there. It was like Fluttershy, she was like that for a while. It's like, oh, I'm Fluttershy, I'm shy. And his Raiders is like, blah, blah, I'm a bitch. Applejack's like, I'm a background pony. Twilight's like...
Actually, I think Applejack's been static this whole entire time.
Yeah, she has been. Yeah, I ain't learned nothing. I don't think she... I don't think she's... God damn it, Applejack. Well, actually... No.
It's kind of hard
I would
for you.
say season 4, she somewhat molded a little bit off of the episode with her and Apple Bloom. That was it. After that, it
Well,
was
that
shit.
and I think her key episode, which was kind of shit too.
Yeah, pretty much. Applejack, she's like a really good character. It's just they don't. I don't think they know how to actually implement her. But Fluttershy, yeah, like I said, I am glad they're actually doing that. Just, yeah, I did say she was a bitch. I did admit that. Beginning of my first, how long? Like 3 seconds. I was like, wow, she's a bitch. And then, but yeah, and like I said in the video, she's not bad. It's just that I'm glad she's actually doing. I'm glad she's actually being a bitch because she needs to do that sometimes. It's just like it ain't easy being breezy. She still has to learn that she needs to be assertive. There's times where she can be nice, but at the same time, even with her friends, she can be assertive because she's natural with them. That's a natural thing that she can do with them.
I mean, I can pull up your video right now.
No, you don't. No.
Actually, something I've been wondering. Speaking of videos, I'm debating whether or not I should make.
Oh my god.
I'm debating whether or not I should make a review because
Jesus,
kind of covering a lot of my points in this.
No, you should totally do it. I mean, most like Silver Quill and Silver Quill and Doctor Wolf, they did it. They made their video at BabsCon. Then they went back home, made their reviews.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've already written half a script, so.
I mean, because I can just go BS and be like, hey, I'm Silver Quill. I'm gonna go make an After Effect. This castle, sweet castle, and have a whole new view, especially on Fluttershy. Cough.
Yeah, you can see a penis. Yeah, so, yeah, if you guys want to know what Wandering's video sounds like, it sounds a bit like this.
Scared out of their wits by exploding confetti cannons or something. But we
Oh,
can't get rid of the
that.
cannons. I don't remember where I hid.
Wow, Fluttershy, why'd you become such a big?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh god, I better know.
Oh, I see. That's how you think of me, is it, Mr. Fucksuki? Well,
Okay.
Well, actually, more I want to think. Actually, want to go back.
You want to go back and look at it again?
Fluttershy.
keep backtracking.
No, I'm just saying. I just want to go back on Flutter. I want to make sure I got everything out on Fluttershy. It's like she's doing that, but I want her to do that with Angel.
What?
That's true. She should be more assertive towards Angel.
Because
Yeah.
Angel's her pet, and at the same time, Angel is the more dominant one. Like, if this is a situation with a regular animal, like human to pet, usually I guess you would kind of want to assert your dominance, be like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm the dominant one. I mean, you want to have equal relationship at the same time. You don't want to be overrun and be like, no, I'm not going to eat. Actually, no, she does. No, she does do that. She does do
Actually,
that.
look, I think Angel Bunny is not really like how people portray like Angel Bunny to be, which is this little mischievous jerk. I think he's like more of like that little brother that you have, or that older brother that pushes you to be better, but does it in a mean way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think of Angel Bunny like, I say he's a dick, but yeah, like you said, like a brotherly thing. It's like, he wants Fluttershy to be good, but I think he's trying to do that. He wants Fluttershy to be assertive, so he's going to continuously push Fluttershy to the point where it's like, I'm going to be assertive to you even. It's like, that's what I think Angel Bunny wants from Fluttershy, is for her to be assertive like him.
Yeah.
What's up, Doc? Sorry, I had to go there.
What do you think about the song?
The song was okay. I mean, I felt it was well written, but like it wasn't a bad song. It's just I didn't really like it compared to quite a few other songs throughout the series I've liked.
Crystal?
Wait a minute, what was the question again?
What did you feel about the song?
I liked it. That's the only opinion I got on it. I liked it.
I liked it. But me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It just was relaxing. That was a good song. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it just felt casual.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for me, this song was shite, and I'll say why, because if you if you really listen to it, it just feels like they kind of don't care about Twilight. You know, the song was supposed to be about Twilight and doing good things for her, but they don't care about her. And that was like my big issue with this song is like if you listen without
that is
the music,
actually true. The lyrics are pretty much them saying, "Hey, this is how I feel. It'll be comfortable.
yeah,
We don't care about what Twilight thinks."
yeah, and
Actually, yeah, it's like even directly, like say Fluttershy, he was like, well, no, Fluttershy was like,
no, I think it was
Fluttershy was good, but whose
I
was
think they were saying like it feels like my home too.
Oh yeah. They kept
Yeah.
saying that. It's like, oh, this feels like my home. It's like, what? It's not your home.
Yeah, it's Twilight's, and I think that's kind of, again, the song. It sounded good. It's just it doesn't have that same charm.
It doesn't have
as-
a good message.
I can
Yeah.
agree with that, but me personally, my opinion, I felt like that's but okay, I feel that yes, it didn't have a good message, but at the same time, it kept up with the story itself. It was
Yeah.
like the song pretty much was telling you how the story is. It's like, oh, they think it's their castle too, so they get to put stuff in there. And then after, when you get the real song, it's like boom, it's that pretty much the end result of what happened and how they made it reminiscent to how she wants to feel in her home and how natural she wants to be. That's why I liked it.
Well, I think also like the song wasn't really that necessary because you already know the viewpoints of these characters.
Oh yeah, it wasn't necessary. Like I totally agree with that. Like they could just pretty much have that whole episode without that one song.
Okay.
Because yeah, like with the whole Phil thing with Spike, same thing. That wasn't needed, except for the snowflake one. I needed that. We know stuff like with the whole bed thing. Like no, it didn't need all of that. I mean, they could just pretty much went to them building castle. I guess they use songs to really speed up things. That's I think what they're doing with songs. The songs are like montages, like Rocky or stuff like that. It's like, hey, we don't want to sit here, but oh, song it, and then boom, like well, yeah. Anything else?
Well, I think we got our opinions out on that.
Wait, Crystal, what did you think about Twilight's new hairstyle?
I like her old hairstyle better. Thank you very much.
Well,
I
what
think
about-
it's okay, the new one, but I like her old one better. But that's just me.
What about you, Starling the Sparkle?
I mean, I actually thought that was kind of cool. I actually was gonna point that out in the review. Is that because like, you know, it's not like she was gonna keep her mane that way, but like even if she did, like it wasn't, you know, it was interesting to see her mane in a different way because, you know, so that way I was like, my train of thought's kind of like mad right now, but because like to me it looked like a rocker at first, so it was like, haha, that's kind of funny, and then I thought about it a little more, and it's like, it's kind of nice to like, you know, because like also it seemed a little natural in a way, because like think about it, she was in the didn't she have that like hair thing on top of her head, so her hair wouldn't, her hair end up being like completely straight, like it usually
Hairspray
is.
or hair spritz, I think.
Yeah, because like I felt like she would have needed to.
Constantly keep that up.
Another thing that I liked about it was that it kind of shows a little more on the length of her mane, because, you know, it was a little poofed up, so you could kind of see a little bit of how long it would be. So, yeah, it was very interesting actually.
Very interesting. Very,
And it kind of reminded me of, like, if you've seen the, either, I don't know so much about the new song, but the old trailer song for the Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks movie, you saw her hair was kind of in a similar style, so I felt like that could have been a nod to that in a way.
Yeah.
Mega?
Okay, so the hair. What shall I say about it? It was actually I really liked it. I'll be honest, like, I have no complaints. I really like the hairstyle. Like, it was really interesting. It was kind of like a new take on, like, you know, the main style. But the thing is, one thing that really bothered me is the hair parting sideways was still there.
Yeah.
That was irritating because it's just like, isn't that like the same mane? Like, shouldn't that be up there too?
Yeah, I kind of felt like they have like the top of the mane, beautiful, but then like when they get to the back of the neck, it was just like bleh. It's bland. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it just felt like they didn't know what to do with it.
I mean, it's kind of tricky to do stuff with like, cause if like, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't quite a few of the background ponies not have, because like, if I remember correctly, there are quite a few mains, but it gets to a point where
the thing is
like there's not.
Well, the thing is like when you're creating animations and stuff, you kind of want to make everything as small as possible. You don't want to make absolutely different hairstyles for every single pony.
That's true.
So it's just like they could like Twilight's hairstyle. I've never seen that on a pony before. That is not a normal hairstyle. That's something new that I think they brought in.
That's true.
But they just didn't know what to do with the neck. The
Pretty
neck was
much.
like the plane.
Yeah, I think the neck and the tail is pretty much just like they could at least made it spiky or just more like luxurious, but they didn't even like care about those two parts. They just cared about like the top of the hair.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Maybe this is me, but I think there's a few exceptions with what Mega One said about it is true that you want to make the hairstyle as small as possible, but I think there is certain exceptions where you see really long hairstyle.
Not short. I mean like compiled together. Like you want to have, you don't want to make new mains.
You don't want to
for
make it
each
too
pony.
complex so that it won't.
No, not complex. Just like you don't want to make too many mains. Like you don't want to make too many different mains for every single character.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because then you
have to animate all of that.
Yeah.
Different. That's probably why they have that whole background clone thing. Which I was gonna actually mention that. I'm wondering what they'll do with the background pony episode because one thing I feel like it might touch on is that because like I'm sorry, but I just want one of the ponies to be like, hey, you guys ever notice that there's some ponies that look kind of the same? If I remember right, wasn't there even a point where there was like 3 Lyras on screen in the background at one point?
Yeah, the writers talked about that at a convention. But that's pretty much as far as they're gonna get. They pretty much, it was like, just like Megan said, no one's gonna be sitting there doing like, let's make a different one. No, they're gonna pretty much boom. They're gonna have 3 sections of the same pony in the background because you're usually now you're gonna be trying to focus more on the main characters doing different things instead of them in the background, which we do, but yeah. Majority of the back ones are gonna be cookie cutters.
I'm actually wondering what they're going to do with the background episode, though. It seems interesting, the idea of stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. Anything.
We have Spoiler McGee here.
What do you mean?
Okay, guys.
Spoiler alert.
Let's put a new graphic over, over and call it Spoiler Queen. Yep.
No. It's just, what do you mean? I thought everybody knew about that.
No.
I don't look at anything new. That's why I don't look at any. I never even go on EQD anymore. That's how paranoid I am at like spoilers.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Bad kitty.
Whatever. It's the one time I've actually spoiled something for someone, so I'm pretty sure that's excusable. Besides, it's just telling you that little detail. It's not like, oh my god, Vinyl Scratch dies.
Or is it?
Or is it? Yeah.
Every time I hear Vinyl Scratch, I think of Blade Scratch comms, them Let's Players.
Let's see.
Would that be it for all 3 episodes?
Yeah, I think that is.
We've touched on pretty much everything.
I got something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time that one of the Spot Twins actually has a line?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Because I think in what episode was it? The crap, which one was it? I don't remember it. I think it was either the Poison Joke episode that they talked or something.
I think. But yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to do that too. They're trying to still focus on the background ponies too, as much as they can.
Yeah.
and give them lines too. But
because like that's kind of like where most of like their new content can come from.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is that it for pretty much the first few episodes of season 5?
Yeah,
I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
This is a very long video, by the way.
It's a podcast.
Yep.
Well,
this video is almost 2 hours long.
So yeah, pretty much.
So now on to the next topic of this podcast.
I have to we have to do an intermission because I gotta use the bathroom.
All right.
Do 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 do.
Oh yeah,
The more
really
you
good
know.
fucking podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna record it.
Like,
I'm still recording this part.
Jesus Christ, this is interesting. Yes,
What happened?
interesting.
What
My
happened?
season 5 premiere is actually getting some views,
Like what?
like 21.
Damn it.
Are you sure you're not just
What was the next
requesting for views?
No, I never go on the actual video. I just look at the I refresh the channel page.
Oh.
Well, don't even refresh. I go back on it like randomly or sometimes. But yeah, 21 views. Because me personally, I don't go like to the actual YouTube video to look at my video because I have the video still on my computer, so I look at them there.
Oh
If I
my
wanna see
god!
some-
Holy fuck! I got scared.
What happened?
Okay, so
Excuse me.
about like an hour into our conversation, like an hour and 14 minutes, I unplugged my mic because I was having some technical issues on my side.
Uh-huh.
So I stopped the recording for like a split second, nothing too long. And I got scared because I was looking to see if like, hey, did it actually record, just to make sure, because I wanted to make sure. I didn't see ass number 9. I was scared.
Oh god.
And-
So is your recording still fine, or?
Yeah, because it's still there. Ass number 9 is still there. Oh, by the way, people of the podcast, by this time, you should buy our shirts and all our merchandise.
You didn't mention that we were selling merchandise.
Yeah, all the profits go to a charity called My Charity.
MyPockets.com?
Yeah, mypockets.com, where you can help feed a not starving brony.
Exactly. So, my lovely people of the internet, my ninjas as assassins, and my fellow wanderers, you should probably do that right now.
And do it for Celestius.
Oh, and also, don't forget to sign up on my Patreon account.
I'm back.
Shameless promotion. Let's do it.
But
When
Well,
I-
we could get this last topic real quick and go.
Like, geez, when I first was doing, when we were doing this, I was like, fuck, I may just burn through this whole topic in like 10 seconds flat. And I was like, oh, nope, it's lasting.
No, yeah, because I remembered that you said that you wanted to put an EQD segment for 40 fucking minutes.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
So are we gonna get to the next topic already?
Let's go.
Okay, so.
by the way, before we start again, I feel like there was a bunch of shameless promoting intermission
No, it
segments
wasn't.
going on.
No, there
Nope.
wasn't. We were totally
Nope.
not trying to sell our shirts and our donation link to help not starving bronies. And the fund is called My Pockets
Okay.
Fund, because we totally didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do
Well, then I'll totally
all for Celestia.
and I'll totally not tell people to look at the channels I look impossible on and Charming to Sparkle.
that. I should totally go look at Warp Out's channel where you can go look at Princess Lullaby is going to be full animation
Look,
next
if you want to
month.
promote that one, you can promote that one. I fully accept you promoting that one because I truly like that. But how dare you, KP? Stop trying to promote both your channels.
I really hope there's no one that really takes offense
Thought that
to
one's
this.
pretty interesting too.
Whoop Cake's pretty interesting too. But okay, topic. Let's
Yeah.
go. Topic.
Okay, so wandering.
The final topic of the day.
Okay, so wandering. What is the final topic of tonight's podcast?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about Smash Brothers inviting any character from any franchise into the mix.
Ooh, oh my god. Dude, I'm set.
Crystal specifically wanted to address this with MLP.
Yep.
I'm
So,
set.
Starlimina Sparkle, how do you feel about Twilight Sparkle as a character in Smash Brothers?
That would be awesome, but I kind of had something somewhat like I had someone different in mind.
All right, then. Who do you have different in mind?
Discord.
Oh, I
Okay,
mentioned
so
this.
we're bringing in MLP
Face
on this
hum.
one again.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Hold up, just give me a second. I want to do something.
Okay.
Also,
Oh my God, you gotta keep that up.
wait, don't put that in
No,
because the
no.
Nintendo will start to sue us.
I don't even
Please
care.
don't sue
Word.
Nintendo.
Every time we say a character, you gotta play that. Oh my God. But,
So
Seriously,
like
don't
yeah,
sue.
Discord, and his final smash would be him like snapping his fingers and making like the Discord world happen. Everything goes crazy for a second.
personally, I would feel like, for my opinion of
Oh,
Discord
well-
being in Smash Bros. I would feel like his Smash would be like King DDD's, how he used to just summon a bunch of minions randomly. For Discord, it'd be just summoning a bunch of random objects.
Yeah, actually that's a better. Just like rain random. Well, like in the background should like change to like the Discord and world version.
Me
For his
personally, I
Smash?
think it'd be interesting if, like, you know how like most of the worlds in the background, it's just them upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that'd be really interesting if they put Discord as a character in
Can
Smash
I
Bros.
can I add this also? Can I add this?
Yes.
If they're gonna put Discord as a character, put them. Well, I don't care if they put in the remix of it or not. Put Discord stream in there as well. Discord, how I not to yeah.
And like something else though, like there'd have to be some things to like I don't know, because like I feel like Discord could potentially be OP if they don't balance him right. Because you know, like I mean, come on, he can technically do anything he wants, and he can fly. He can,
I think he would be more of a
Paula
floating
Dano.
character. I feel
Yeah.
like he would hit really hard, but he would be kind of like a glass cannon.
oh yeah, that would make sense. Because think about it, he's like all slim and stuff. So
Well, that and like the way that his figure is set up, he's very like
Yeah.
vulnerable.
He would look like a
so you'd have to like
in my opinion, a ranged character. More than like people like Little Mac. If he goes against people like Little Mac and stuff like that, he totally gets shredded, or like Ike and things like that.
yeah.
People like, I guess, Paula Dana and all of them, yeah, he'd probably mesh well going against them.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
They should like make it to where like his like shield looks unique or something, and
It's kind of like a
Like
rainbow
a-
shield.
Yeah, you could probably have like some weird, like Yoshi has a weird shield, and well, it's
yeah,
an egg.
Yoshi has like the egg shield.
People like that, how but yeah, that could be a thing. But
Oh, and Discord. Let's see. What was I'll think about what is up B and down B. His like regular B or no, his side B move should be him like sitting in his throne and just kicking you just because. Just be like, huh. Yeah.
wait, really? Uh-huh. Wait, as I mean, I don't know. Me personally, because yeah, like the whole range character.
Oh yeah, that's true. But like, what would he?
Actually, no, that could work because range characters, if they actually have a melee character on them, they kind of would need something to push that melee
Yeah.
character away. So that would
Yeah.
be a thing, actually.
And then regular B should be like the range move, but like, what could he do?
Actually, just sorry for interrupting me. Yeah, the crown thing, or the throne thing, and him kicking that, in my opinion, that could be his counter.
Counter?
Yeah, you know how like most characters now in the new Smash have like tons of
Oh
counters.
no, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, like
Usually their down B is their counter.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that would be his down B then.
but
I
yeah.
don't know. Like I was still getting used to the side B thing because it's like, oh, this is new. In Brawl, I mean. But it's kind of hard to think of moves from him because like maybe his side B can be like, I don't know, because like, I was gonna mention the levitation thingy, but I don't know if that would be ranged or what. it's hard to think of a ranged attack from him because like it's not like he like shoots laser beams out of his eyes or something. I mean, I guess it's kind of free territory since he's kind of crazy and chaotic, but
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm trying to like, I don't know, me, I'm trying to like think in the realm of Smash. I think his side B would be like Zelda side B, how like she just randomly.
Stop it! Nintendo's so gonna
But,
sue us if you keep doing that.
You know how she randomly summons this random soldier just out of nowhere? I think for Discord, he'd probably just like he'd charge it up,
no.
and then he'd summon a cotton. Was it?
He should summon those 3 bulls that were in those tutus. Still like dancing towards you, just like
I mean, I think he'd be what was it?
The
cotton candy clouds. Yeah, that's what he do. And then it like the longer you charge it, the longer it like rotates. I guess for that duration of time, like the soldier. But yeah, that's the only thing I got. I don't know his B Discord. I don't know because yeah, Discord being Discord, it's kind of weird to actually think of a move set for Discord because him being so random. Wait. That's perfect.
Oh wait, did we do a side B yet?
Yeah, side B, the cotton candy smash.
I was gonna say that could be his B because I was like thinking maybe a side B could be like him, putting down a pool of or a small trail of soap, so you know they'd slip on the soap. In the soap path.
Oh yeah, that could be his like yeah, that could well actually.
Maybe that could be his tilt.
Tilt?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, actually, that could be.
Oh my god, is there like tons of new moves in Smash that I don't know now?
No, they're really old. They're just like most people wouldn't know about them because you know, like, competitive and crap like that.
Because tilts are basically where you slightly move the stick, not all the way to the direction, but it's slightly tilted, so you do slightly different attacks.
Yeah.
That's things that most players would never know.
For this,
well, maybe in 2 now.
Yeah, because for this variation of Smash, they actually made it really easy. Now you can just hold it, and that will be their tilt.
Yeah.
Instead of just flicking it. But,
I was thinking about an up B because like he can kind of levitate, so shouldn't he just be able? Should he? No, yeah, because that would be making it a little more balanced, wouldn't it? Like if like he could jump twice, but then to fly he has to hold up B, and then eventually he'll like get drained or something.
I mean, me personally, I think it'd be like
I think it'd be more like villagers, kind of like flight or Pit's flight.
Yeah. I think it'd be like okay, you know the what you call it? The Wii not the Wii train, but the Wii avatar. You know that one move he has when he like just spins into like a circle and just moves forward, I guess.
You mean like Mega Man's running side A?
Is that his running side A?
Yeah, his running side A is
oh yeah, the little twirl,
top spin.
Yeah, fucking ballerina thing I call it. Yeah, I think like that. No. Like Jigglypuff. Oh, there it is. Like Jigglypuff.
I actually like. What did we make his final smash?
The King DDD thing. Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe we could do like. Cause, like I remember that part where he made it rain pies and stuff.
So kind of like Pit's move.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's just like raining pie randomly that has knockback chance. Ooh! I know something that. Wait, what was his B? What was his B?
His B?
Yeah.
Well, did we come up with? Did we make a B for him?
I don't know.
Because like I was thinking for a. Yeah, I don't think we did. So like B, I know the perfect thing for that. B, he throws his exploding milk.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that can be. Yeah. There you go, exploding milk.
Okay, so
can I say this?
So we have Discord.
Yeah. What do you want to say, Sky?
Yeah. I was thinking about the season 4 premiere where he had them seeds and one of the Twilight Visions and how they glowed into that weed thing that attacked the Equestria. I was thinking maybe that can possibly Discord's final smash as well, where he is basically taught in the character by eating them seeds, but some of them fall over and create monstrous plant things to start fucking up your shit.
Wait, what?
It's not the season 4 premiere. You know, the thorns.
Yeah.
Oh, the vines.
Yeah, the vines.
Thunder seeds.
I mean, personally, it wouldn't fit his character because, like,
Yeah, because
him-
that was just. Him
Well,
a
it's just
long time
another
ago.
idea for his smash. That's all. I mean, there's another idea to do.
I mean, because my thing would be my opinion, it would be like, you know how Pokio turns the whole stage upside down and it completely just disrupts you completely.
Stop it, Omega. I swear to God, if you get us all sued,
I am
we
not
are
doing-
gonna sue your ass.
They can't do anything about that. Those are small clips.
Team battle. Discord.
I think that's it for Discord. But did you have a character you want to think about adding, Sky?
I'm saying again, Doc.
Did you have a character you thought about adding from MLP?
I believe I talked about this before, but either Twilight or Terra.
So if you
That'd
had
be
to
a-
choose between one of them, which would it be?
I really would like Terra because he would really fit more than
I would actually-
Twilight, in my opinion. But like you said, Terra is too big. But then again, he can
Well, I mean,
change.
he has size. I mean, when you said Tyrek, I immediately pictured a Ganon or Bowser level character.
You mean Giga Bowser? Stop.
Well, no, just like Bowser, because like that could be Tyrek Smash, where Final Smash, where he like grows larger and does that beam thing with his horns and stuff.
Yeah,
Because,
but
I think I would really have Twilight in.
I kind of will go with Twilight more because he does have different sizes, but different sizes means he doesn't have that much power.
Well, actually, I
Oh,
think
that's true.
like his smash could be like he grows in size and becomes stronger.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with what was it, Bowser back in the old games, right?
Yeah, but then that would make me want to have Giga Bowser back in the old days to see the ultimate Giga Bowser versus Giga T-Rex
yeah,
death
it's like-
battle.
Because then I feel like if they want to stick true to, I guess, Tyrek, they pretty much have to nerf him like to high hell before he even
Oh my
can
god,
go
I
into his
hope I don't
Mega form.
start something with a new death
That's true.
battle. Giga Bowser versus
You probably
Giga-
have to be like in the starter Tyrek form, where he's all
Which,
like,
yeah, he'd be really weak and he wouldn't have that much of a thing. Because he'd be like a light hitting character where he has to do tons of damage to actually get a smash off.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what was the character that Chris wanted added in?
Twilight
Wow.
Squinkles.
I
Sorry,
just realized, like, I'm sorry, I just pictured Tyrek having his B move the same as Kirby's, but he just sucks some power or something. It's just like,
I mean, it could be
But
anything
how
else
he's gonna
about it.
steal the Nintendo's characters' magic? They don't have cutie marks.
No, yeah, they don't have to have cutie marks, remember?
yeah, he just sucks
Oh, yeah.
power. He just strictly sucks the
Discord
power.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't care about
He
Discord.
sucked
Suck
Discord
yours.
power.
Suck
God,
Mario's
that was
magic.
creepy to me at first. I'm like, whoa, holy crap.
Okay, so
Discord.
yeah, let's get on to Twilight's.
But yeah, oh, it's Sparkle.
Twilight-
Now,
So, yeah,
what are we
sorry,
talking?
I'm.
Are we
sorry,
talking pre-season 3 finale or post-season 3 finale?
Well, obviously, if they're gonna go with anything, they'll mostly go with the Alcorn Twilight just for marketing tools.
Yeah, but this is
Well,
what
her up
you
B would-
want.
Her up B would
Yeah.
probably then be the flight, like Pit's flight.
I don't know, which would you think would be better, Unicorn Twilight or Alcorn Twilight?
Alicorn.
Yeah.
Because then she actually does have fighting stances, and she will have a fighting chance.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I'm actually thinking a lot about fighting as magic now in terms of what her moves could be. Because, like,
Uh,
you know, that worked kind of well. Because, like, say,
well, she could.
Is- I picture her being able to teleport, fly, shoot magic through a horn as like a beam, a small
Wow.
beam.
I think like her up B could be flight or teleportation, whichever one you want to pick, because you can do that now.
Like, Zelda?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
Like
like
Zelda.
Zelda's teleport. Yeah. By the way, I got used to
Oh
I got
my
used to
God.
controlling that. At first, it
That
was really
was so
hard to
gonna
understand
sue
how
us.
auto teleport worked, but I eventually learned you can pretty much, once you hit up B with her, you can pretty much alter your direction. And she'll go there.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think like if they would add Twilight as a character, they kind of would like half it and then like use Zelda's moveset and just give it to Twilight
yeah, true that.
because it wouldn't be bad of a thing.
Because that's kind of what they do either way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pit
Yeah,
and Dark
yeah.
Pit.
Because like
That's the
there,
downside.
she already kind of has similar. She would already have pretty much similar moves in a way. Oh, but the cool thing, I bet they should make Twilight's Z, you know, her shield. They should make her shield projecting the energy from her horn, so it looks like she's actually using a barrier on herself.
Something like that. Yeah, that'd be a thing.
Have like an epic shattering, so it's like.
Okay.
I always
I don't
loved
think
that. It was
that's
kind of
really-
interesting. Just like hold shield so long, and then you just get shattered, and your character's just like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kill yourself like that. Her final smash would probably be like
Wait a
her
minute,
using
I like
Tree
to
of
say
Harmony.
this. Wait a minute. I like to say her final smash because
Actually, wouldn't her
yeah,
final smash be the rainbow power thing? No, they need
Yeah.
everybody.
How
Yeah.
about the friendship beam of death, the same one she
No,
used
no.
against Tarek?
Yeah. Her final
Yeah.
smash should probably be like
Tree
a
of Harmony.
Lucario-esque,
Yeah.
the Aurora beam thing.
Didn't
Or she has
Lucario's
like- Yeah.
new Smash change?
Actually, yeah, it did. It turned. He's Mega Lucario now.
Pony,
Yeah.
pony, tough pony, balls.
But, what about you, Mega? What
Okay.
character would you want from LP in there?
I mean, walk.
I'll be honest. I don't want any MLP character in Smash Bros.
Huh.
And you might be saying, okay, that's his opinion. I know a lot of people aren't gonna be like that.
Yep, your opinion for real.
But I don't think it would be a good mesh. MLP with
I mean, that would.
all
I
these
will
Nintendo
admit,
characters.
this is interesting that we're talking about it, but it would seem a little odd because, like, sure, it's like okay, Sega. Well, Sonic. Okay, that's Sega. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Pac-Man. Okay,
Yeah.
that's straying a little bit, but it's
So-
still video games. And it's like My Own Opponent. Wait, what the fuck?
Can I say this real quick? So would you rather instead have Keltio, because he is from Nintendo, because he's a Pokemon, and just add a King Songbird skin to it? Because basically King Songbird is a dark version
No,
of...
like I mean, I
Keltio
legitimately
and-
I don't want any MLP characters
And-
in the Smash game. Like I
Not
just don't
even
see it.
a skin?
No, not even a skin. Not even a skin. But
Me?
let me.
Oh, you go.
Yeah, I still haven't even gotten my character out because everyone's
I mean a
taking
darker
over.
version of Keltio.
Yeah,
but
you see what I mean? I'm trying to.
Okay, Sky. He's trying to say something.
Okay, so pretty much what I was trying to say is like my favorite idea that people are saying right now is the reckless Wii guy. If you've seen, have you ever seen like whenever you boot up a game on the Wii, you see the reckless guy being like hitting everything, even his friend. That's my favorite idea that anyone's ever came up with is pretty much the reckless silhouette guy because it's interesting because he's in every single game if you think about it, and it's funny because he's not even technically in the game, but it still works because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you? I don't know what you're talking about.
What have you played Wii?
I
Very
thought this was going to
rarely.
be MLP related.
Yeah, it's MLP related, but we're talking about Smash, which can be anything.
Well, yeah.
No, but like whenever you boot in a game, you have the little warnings thing that says, "Hey, look, take breaks and also wear your Wii strap."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. And
Through
like,
the
it's hilarious.
warnings, I'm a rebel. Thank you very much.
So like, it's my favorite idea because he's pretty much in every game. So his smash would be literally he would start throwing every single game at you to kill you. He would start throwing like Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario, and stuff like that, all at once at you to kill you.
And then his background should be like that warning thing, like wear your strap.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, that should be a stage in the game too.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into like detail on mine because like I think we should kind of make this really quick and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should wrap it up.
Wandering,
What's your
what
wrap-up?
about your
Yeah,
character?
It's yours.
Me personally, I really do agree with that. I don't like MLP characters in Smash. Not really a thing. Me personally, I want I want a Waluigi because Wario's got so much of the attention, and then Waluigi's even
Stop
it's
it!
like
Stop I'm going
Oh,
crazy.
actually, yeah, I do realize that he's like nowhere. It's like, oh, who's that guy?
Yeah, they have a skin
Waluigi's
for
model
Mario,
is even
don't they?
in there. Yeah, he has like the skins for him, and even his character models in the game. I want him to be in the game, so I want him to be like as strong or even stronger as stronger than Wario because Wario is so impactful in the game, and Waluigi, you don't see him because he's just the guy that just kicks the crap out of you. And I like the fighting style. People say he could use like capoeira, where he pretty much mostly use his feet. That's a really interesting concept to me. It's like Luigi gets yeah, like Luigi's up B pretty much his most devastating move because it's a one hit KO
Yeah.
if you're over 30. And pretty much like I think they can give like Waluigi the same thing, just like with him with a kick. Because he already kicks the crap out of you as a trophy. So might as well.
Oh, by the way, no, I didn't know we were. I thought we were still trying to base it. Someone mentioned we were still doing MLP related. So, if we weren't adding an MLP character instead of any character, rather than Discord, even though Discord would be super awesome and stuff, if it was not from MLP, I would add in Kamina.
I got it. I mean,
Okay,
interesting,
if there
but
was any... Okay, if there was
This
any...
final Smash would be him getting in Goron and just being like, "Who the hell do you think I am?" And
Okay, I'm gonna pick one. If it isn't an MLP character, then I don't know. Naruto, Goku, or whatever. Just put them in there.
yeah, because people were saying for Goku.
Or the main character from... No. Who is that dark character, the darker version of the main character with white skin and Bleach?
You mean his hollow
Aizen?
form?
Yeah,
Aizen?
I think so.
No, wait, no. You say hollow form. You're talking about
Ichigo?
Yeah.
No, not
I think
Ichigo.
so. Yeah, it's the evil... It's the
Oh,
evil
Ichigo.
version.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
hollow.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just Ichigo in the game with the skin.
Yeah, I would like to see him in there.
Yeah, because I remember actually talking about the same topic. I was on my Facebook and I seen League of Legends game models in Smash Brothers, and then I was like, this topic and this thing, they should never mix because God, the people from League of Legends are just gonna start to harbor over there. But MLP.
I wonder if someone went as far as said Master Chief for Smash Brothers. Oh my
Yeah.
God, please no.
Yeah, someone said that.
Yeah, but
Oh my God.
they put Corey in the
Sly
house.
Cooper?
Yeah,
No.
they put anybody. Literally everybody's up to think. But
it pretty
wait,
much wraps it up, doesn't it?
I mean,
we
Oh,
really didn't
wait a
discuss
minute.
Wanderings.
There's one more I
Oh,
think that should
right.
be in Smash Bros. I don't think no one mentioned that. Spyro. He should be in Smash Bros.
Okay.
What?
Okay,
Okay.
well we need
everything. But
we kind of need to finish on Wandering's part because he kind of got cut off a little early.
Yeah. Or
Yo.
sit there, but yeah, go on.
yeah, like I said, Waluigi very strong character. But if we're talking about MLP wise and just hypothetically, me personally, I'd put Iron Will in there.
Oh, yeah,
Mostly
that's a
because
good choice.
That's
I
pretty cool.
will.
Either that
Okay,
or
I don't make a good impression.
who else? Yeah, Iron Will. Yeah, pretty much just Iron Will, because he could be like Ganondorf, just a heavy set character that moves incredibly fucking slow,
Yeah.
but has really strong. And he's a heavy set character, so he's like Bowser and all that. And Donkey Kong, there he is, Donkey Kong. Yeah, pretty much Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much I have for Smash because I play
Yeah.
Falcon. No need.
And I'll
Luigi.
be honest, like I don't care if they add more characters. I actually want more skins for the characters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, can I add one more thing? If Spyro, make it classic or Legend of Spyro, but not that crappy Skylander Spyro, please.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Skylander Spyro is still technically Spyro. It's just
Yeah.
the attention's not on Spyro. The attention's on like every little toy.
I still just want to see him get his own main game for once in a long time. That's all.
Okay, so, yeah, that was our first Dark Side of the Moon podcast. If you guys like this, please go to the comment section and tell us what you liked and what you disliked. And also, if you really liked us and you want to see more, we are going to be continuing this podcast. So, you can hit that subscribe button, and if you liked it, like. And if you don't like it, go the fuck away because we don't care.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Get
And
out or
please,
die.
Be sure to check out all of our awesome channels.
No, because we all
Especially
suck.
What?
Or, like you should link our channels.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that, but I mean,
So wait,
it's,
by
it's
the
on our
way-
own podcast.
wait, go. Wait, who go?
Go.
Channels in
Okay.
the-
Oh wait, stop.
And,
What do you call your fans? I guess, or subscribers. I don't know.
Like, what do you mean?
Like Crystal usually has welcome to my hello my lovely people of the internet. Mega has what's up my ninja
I
assassins.
also wait a minute. I also call my subscribers awesome and stuff. I guess I got a similar personality somewhat on my gaming channel to Zephyr Sonic, but yeah.
Like, within my, like, the only time, like, I don't exactly address them as like, you know, like you say, like, Sky or Mega do. Like, in my Let's Plays, I usually start out by saying, like, hello everybody, this is Stormy Sparkle, and blah, 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 but, you know, I don't really have a naming for my subbers yet, or if at all, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And, like, I still don't really have an outro thing. Like, with my analyzations, I'm always just like, that's all I really have to say on it, man. See you in the next video, because, like, I don't know yet.
I'm still really working on that. I'm like I'm trying to do like hooves and paws and crap like that.
Wait, are we still going? Like,
Are we?
I don't know. Like, I was wondering if you guys were gonna finish off because he just was like, "Yeah, I finished it off," and then you wanted to say something, and then things started going crazy.
Yeah, I think we should have finished.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, hey, everybody.
Get out of here, you crazy kids.
Good night. And make sure you check out our awesome channel. See ya.
Wonder
suck.
back next
Goodbye.
time.